The little girl accidentally discovered that the nanny had swapped her sister's child. As the child's aunt, she didn't expose the truth on the spot. Instead, while the nanny was deleting the surveillance footage, she switched the two children back. The next morning, the nanny checked out of the hospital with the baby in her arms. She thought she was holding the child of a wealthy family, while her own child, in a stroller, was about to live the life of luxury. So after leaving the hospital, she sold the child to a trafficker, not realizing that the child she sold was her own daughter. For the next 18 years, the rich woman's daughter stayed with her biological parents, and she had a very close relationship with her aunt. Since her aunt's memory of that time was very blurry, she never revealed the truth about the nanny's child swap. One day, her aunt, dragging a suitcase, was about to go abroad to study. After the family saw her off, the nanny's daughter suddenly showed up at their door, claiming she was the couple's biological daughter. The couple refused to believe it, since for 18 years they only had one daughter. The imposter immediately showed them the surveillance footage, claiming their current daughter was fake. After watching the footage, they realized that their daughter had been swapped by the nanny. They then brought the imposter home, and listened to her recount what had happened years ago. They were heartbroken to learn about her suffering over the past 18 years. To make up for the love she had missed, the couple not only allowed her to live in the villa, but also arranged for her to attend the same school as their daughter. The girl could only silently accept, feeling like an outsider at that moment. Since the imposter moved into the house, the girl began to take care of their daily life like the nanny. The parents gave all their love to the imposter, but the imposter, wanting to drive the girl out, intentionally flaunted the new clothes her mother bought for her in front of the girl, and even insulted the girl as a thief, who stole the love and identity that originally belonged to her. Hearing her mother's footsteps downstairs, the imposter deliberately snatched the bowl from the girl's hand, pretending to be weak, and throwing it to the ground, falsely accusing the girl of bullying her. When the mother saw the imposter injured, she immediately blamed the girl. The father, also angry, slapped the girl. They had never been harsh with the girl before, but now that they knew she wasn't their biological daughter, they no longer cared about her feelings. The mother blindly believed the imposter's lies, scolded the girl, and ordered her to kneel in the living room as punishment. The father, seeing the imposter injured, became even more furious. Just then, the teacher arrived for a home visit, reprimanded the girl for stealing class money at school. The already angry parents became even more enraged. The girl insisted that she didn't steal the class funds, but there were indeed several hundred yuan in her backpack. At this moment, the imposter pretended to sympathetically advise the girl to admit her mistake, which reminded the girl that it was actually the imposter who had stolen the class funds and placed them in her backpack. The girl confronted the imposter, asking why she was framing her. Seeing that the girl refused to admit to stealing the funds, the teacher planned to hand the surveillance video over to the police. The imposter immediately became nervous, and asked the teacher to give the girl one more chance. At this moment, both the parents and the teacher thought the imposter was kind, while the girl had become their disgrace. The teacher then showed the surveillance footage, which clearly showed the girl putting the money into her backpack. This left the girl completely confused, as she had clearly seen the imposter framing her. Unable to prove her innocence, and with the imposter adding fuel to the fire, the parents completely severed their relationship with the girl, demanding that she apologize and leave the house. At that very moment, the aunt returned from abroad. Upon returning home, she found that her niece had been replaced by the imposter. Immediately suspicious, she listened to her sister and brother-in-law explain the events, and realized that they had mistakenly believed the girl wasn't their biological daughter, just based on the surveillance footage, and had even kicked her out of the house. The aunt immediately revealed the truth about the nanny swapping the two children 18 years ago, said she secretly reswitched the two kids back then, so the girl who was kicked out of the house was really